So every once in a while, a movie comes along and just blows me away. I can't believe I didn't see this movie coming, but this movie definitely is one of those flicks. Hey guys, welcome to Happywax TV. So I've kind of gotten back together here. I know my special effects suck ass and it's a huge fail, but I'll tell you one thing right off the hop: this movie Unseen is not a big fail. This movie is fucking absolutely fantastic, and I was blown away by it. Every once in a while, movies fly under my radar that I kind of don't follow or don't hear about it until they're released, and this is one of them. And I thought I'd give it a watch today, and man, oh man, this thing is bang on the money. And I thought, what a great time for it to be released. Now, it actually got released back in 2016, but it only did the film festivals. And man, it played everywhere. You pick a spot on the planet where a film festival was playing, and this movie was in it. And I'll tell you, it got fucking rave reviews, won a bunch of awards, was nominated for a bunch of awards. Like, this thing is fucking killer. And I'm actually surprised that I didn't hear about this movie sooner. But it's just perfect timing to release this movie now, just because the Invisible Man thing seems to be kind of in full swing, because Blumhouse just announced that they're doing a version of the Invisible Man, and Lee Winnell is directing that one. But I'll tell you, this movie, The Unseen, needs to be watched, because holy fuck, is it ever good. It is written by Jeff Redknapp. I hope I said his name right. And then Aidan Young is the father. Camille Sullivan is the mother. They're kind of separated in this movie. Julia Sarah Stone is the daughter. And then Ben Cotton's kind of the drug dealer sort of guy. But so basically, yeah, he's kind of left his family 8 years ago. I don't want to give spoilers for this movie, but I will kind of fill you in on the first act anyways, because I read a lot of reviews on this thing, and everybody that doesn't like this movie says that it kind of drags until the end, and I have to disagree. It's called fucking storytelling, people. You know what I mean? And what makes a good movie and good storytelling is knowing the background of these people and their characters and what the fuck's going on. I think everybody, like, not everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of people nowadays, they just want everything force-fed to them and just like nonstop in your face from the opening credits. And that's not what this movie is. It is a fucking slow burn. The first act is slow, but it's slow in the sense that we're building these characters up so you actually fucking care about them. And believe me, you care about these people, because at the end, you know what I mean? Like, you're worried about these people and what's going to happen to them. So, but yeah, anyways, in the synopsis here, yeah, he works for a logging company now, and in the British Columbia, and he's always covered head to toe, coat, boots, toque. He never takes his toque off. It's funny too, when he's sleeping, he fucking wears his toque. So, but anyways, yeah, and then the wife gets a hold of him, because the daughter is acting, like a rebellious teenager. I believe she's 17 in this movie. She dropped out of soccer. She's not going to her classes, all that sort of stuff. Never home, doesn't tell the mom where she's going, stuff like that. And then, but she hangs out with her one friend there, simply because her dad's like an alcoholic, kind of an idiot. You know what I mean? But he's hardly ever home. So it's a good place for the daughter to just kind of escape and go live there. So anyways, yeah, she calls him up and says, listen, you got to come. You're the fucking kid's dad, and you think this guy's a deadbeat, you know what I mean? Like, and he doesn't really seem to want to help, but there's one scene in the beginning here where he's going to jump into the log crushing machine or whatever it is to kill himself, but then he decides not to. And then he goes and he, wants to try and talk to his daughter, who he hasn't seen in 8 years. So their first encounter, she must think he's a big sketchball, because he's on the way out of town where he lives to go see the mom and the daughter. He wrecks his truck up because he has these pains that he always gets, and you don't understand why he's getting them right off the hop. But anyways, he has a pain while he's driving his truck, and he smashes it into a ditch. So long story short, he smokes a lot of pot. I believe it's to help with the pain, but the drug dealer says, I'll fix your truck if you deliver some stuff for me, because he's kind of going in the same area. And anyways, so that's what he does. He takes it on, but it leads to the first encounter with his daughter, because she wants to come with him because he says, I have to just take something to a friend. And she goes, well, can I come with you? Not seeing your dad for 8 years. And he says, no, I'll just go do this myself. So she gets all pissed off and storms away. So there's a lot of uncomfortable scenes. And, I read a review by John DeFore, who said he found the drug smuggling subplot unnecessary. And I'll be honest with you, this movie is so good and has so many kind of twists and turns in it that they really didn't need the drug smuggling kind of aspect to it. I mean, it does add for a little bit of suspense maybe near the end, but I mean, this movie could have easily been just as good, without the drug plot. And not that drugs are a big thing in this movie, but it's just the drug dealer. He's supposed to drop the drugs off, and then when he comes back to where he lives, he's gonna bring the money and whatever from the thing. But Eva goes into this insane asylum, right, with her friends, and then she never comes back out again. She gets captured. So then the mom and the dad have to go after and try and find her, right? All while he's dealing with this condition, you know what I mean, and having to get back to bring the money back to the drug dealer. And the drug dealer is, more and more getting pissed off at this guy for taking so long, and then he starts threatening his family and stuff. But the one thing that I liked about Aiden Young's character, Bob, is he's no nonsense. You know what I mean? Like, he was an ex-NHL hockey player. Like, everybody kind of knows him, because I guess he got in this fight and just beat the shit out of this guy and whatever. And then he just up and quit. And again, you find out later why he quit. And it's no secret in this movie. It's because he's turning fucking invisible. His parts of his body are disappearing. Like, and the special effects are great. Like, there's scenes in this movie where he reveals himself. And I mean, you can see into his stomach, but still see his organs. And I mean, the scene in the Chinese kind of herb market is fucking awesome, because I don't want to give spoilers, but there's bits and pieces of it in the trailer, but there's one scene where he reveals his entire self, his torso right up to the top of his head, and it's fucking killer, man. The special effects are spot on. In fact, I think it won an award for special effects at one of the film festivals. But this movie is fucking great, and again, we all know that he's turning invisible. But the less you know about this movie going into it, the better. So I'm not going to say any more about it, because I don't want to give, how I like to ramble. I don't want to give any more away from this movie. You just watch the trailer. You'll see bits and pieces, but this movie is fucking awesome. I've always liked The Invisible Man, the original one. And even the one with Kevin Bacon, I can't remember what that one was called, but it's just, there's something about it, you know what I mean? And this movie came out of fucking nowhere. And when I got it given to me, I was like, wow, why did I not watch this sooner? Because it is fucking good. So as far as release dates, it's out now on DVD and digital. I think it came out February 27th. And I was talking, I'm assuming it was one of the producers of the movie on Messenger today, just asking for release dates. And this movie is playing everywhere. So actually, you know what? Let me tell you where it's playing.
A few moments later.
Okay, so yeah, I had a discussion with I think it was one of the producers today, just asking him where you can find this movie, like video on demand platforms. So he said in the US it's on iTunes, Sony PSN, Vudu, Roku, and Amazon Prime. And then I asked him where it's playing in Canada. And he was saying right now it's on iTunes and Google Play. So that's where you can find it in Canada. So, but I will tell you, this movie is absolutely worth seeing and finding and watching. It is fucking amazing. And just do some research on it. Just go on to IMDb and just look at all the awards this movie's won and all the places that it's played. And it's just, if you read reviews on it other than mine, because I'm raving about it because I think it's fucking great. But if you do read the bad reviews, just look at what they're saying, and they're all saying the same thing. And it's all these people saying, oh, it's a slow moving movie. Well, it's not. I mean, the second and third act are fantastic, and there's lots of action, and stuff gets revealed and you find out what you're wondering all through the first act. You know what I mean? Like, I guess that's a spoiler, fuck. But anyways, it's just the first act is all character building, and he does it in such a fucking good way. And I love how this is filmed too, because it has that kind of I don't know, grainy kind of 80s look to it. So it's just a fucking good movie, man. So I guarantee it's 97 minutes long, I think, like that, but it'll fly by. Like, honestly, it is a fucking great movie. So give it a watch. If you have seen it, leave me comments down below, because I want to know what you thought about this movie. And if you haven't seen it, find it, watch it, and then leave me comments, because I'm so curious to see what you guys think of this movie. I went on Rotten Tomatoes, and it had like a 64% from the audience, but it had 100% from the critics. So, and I have to disagree with the audience. This thing, like, if I was to give this a rating out of 10, I would probably give it like a 7.5, maybe even a strong 8. Like, I thought it was fucking great. So, and I'm not usually wrong. So, anyways, yeah, if you've seen it, let me know what you think. And if you haven't, watch it and let me know what you think. Also, these guys have a Facebook page. I'm going to link it in the description. Jump over and say hi to these guys. They put a lot of work into this movie, and it really paid off, because it's won a ton of awards. And I mean, most people are fucking loving this movie, and rightly so, because it is fucking awesome. So anyways, let me know what you think. The movie's called Unseen. It is out now. I just listed all the platforms. And yeah, guys, until next time, stay scared.